the top 10 creepiest thrift store finds. You guys know I was not going to let October go by without doing a video about this, because sometimes the best bargains come with a side of nightmares. Okay, thrift stores are strange, wonderful places. Part museum, part mystery box. You really never know what you'll find. Once I found a leg. We'll save that for another time. A perfectly worn leather jacket, a rare vinyl record, or a 1970s lamp that still smells like cigarette smoke and regret. Ah, yes, thrift store treasures. But every once in a while, you stumble on something else. Something that feels wrong the moment you touch it. An energy that clings to your fingers like static electricity. These are the creepiest thrift store finds ever reported. Each one carrying a story that's as unsettling as it is unforgettable. Number 1, the mirror that reflected more than just a face. In 2013, 2 roommates in London bought a beautiful antique mirror for £100 at a yard sale. Yeah, it looked elegant, Victorian, and slightly tarnished, perfect for their living room. But within days, they noticed something strange. Cold spots forming in front of it. Then came the scratches on the wall behind it, long, thin, and freshly carved. One night, one of the roommates woke up to see a dark figure standing in the mirror, but not in the room. They finally sold it online with a chilling description, haunted. Please cleanse before use. Okay. Number 2. This one's creepy, guys. Number 2, the teddy bear that cried at night. A Florida woman found an old one-eyed teddy bear in a pile marked 3. It was small, stitched by hand, and smelled faintly of mildew. Who wouldn't want it? Her dog, usually calm, refused to go near it, growling and barking until she moved it outside. She brought it back in just once and claimed she heard soft sobbing coming from her child's room that night. The next morning, the bear had moved. It now sits locked in a glass case at the Museum of the Paranormal and the Occult in Key West. Number 3, the photo album of the forgotten family. A man in Michigan found an old leather photo album at a Goodwill. I mean, we see those all the time. The estate sales. It was filled with sepia-toned portraits from the early 1900s. At first, it was fascinating until he noticed every single face was scratched out with a pen. Oh, heck no. On the final page, a burned photograph showed a farmhouse engulfed in flames. On the back, written in faded ink, "We will never speak of this again." The man threw it out the same night, but the next morning, it was back on his porch. Number 4, the violin that played on its own. In 2008, a musician found a cracked but elegant violin at a yard sale. When he plucked a string, it produced a strange, hollow tone, one that seemed to echo from somewhere else in the room. Well, he brought it home, restrung it, and hung it on the wall. A few nights later, he woke up to hear faint music coming from the living room. When he checked, the violin was vibrating. Now, there was no wind, no open window, no explanation. Later, he learned the violin once belonged to a performer who collapsed and died mid-song in 1912. The violin, they said, finished the piece on its own. Okay. Number 5, the candle holder that wouldn't cool. A thrift store in Austin, Texas, sold a solid brass candle holder for $12. Now, the buyer noticed it seemed unusually warm, almost as if it had just been near a flame. The next morning, the candle holder had melted slightly, even though no candle had been used. Later, burn marks appeared on his dresser, shaped like handprints. Yeah, they were burn marks. They were shaped like handprints. Urgh. He returned it immediately. The cashier took it without blinking. Don't worry, she said, it always finds its way back. Well, that's creepy that they keep showing it. Number 6, the chair that hated to be sat on. If I was a chair, this would be me. I'm just saying. In a small town antique store in Ohio, a carved oak chair kept being resold and returned, resold and returned. Every owner complained of headaches, nausea, or nightmares after sitting in it. The final owner donated it to a local museum where it's now displayed behind glass. The sign reads, "Please do not sit. It does not like that." Ooh, creepy. Number 7, the doll with human hair. Oh, of course. Of course. Are you ready to get creeped out? Because I am. A Louisiana collector stumbled across a wooden doll at an estate sale. Now, its eyes were made of glass, its teeth porcelain, just like a lot of old dolls used to be made, and its hair real. A small note attached said, "For Mabel, keep her happy." When the collector left it in her car overnight, the car alarm went off 3 times. The doll had shifted positions each time. Now it's kept in a locked cabinet with a motion detector nearby just in case. I would not have that in my house. Just saying. How about you? Let me know in the comments. Number 8, the wedding dress that wept. I mean, my mom was married 3 times. I'm sure at least 2 of her wedding dresses wept. Don't tell my mom I said that. A Pennsylvania woman bought a 1930s wedding dress for a Halloween costume. It was yellowed with age and had dark red stains on the lace. Well, that's not creepy at all. She washed it, but the stains never faded. That night, she dreamt of a woman crying in front of a mirror, whispering, "He left me. He left me." The next morning, the stains were gone, replaced by fresh red streaks near the hem. She donated it back to the thrift shop. The dress was gone a week later. No one knows who bought it. And everyone is just keeping their heads down and hoping it doesn't come back. Number 9, the painting that changed overnight. Okay, my paranormal loving friends, you know this one's freaky. A California artist found a painting of a little girl holding a bouquet in a field. It was innocent, almost sweet, until he noticed her eyes. The first night, the eyes were closed. The next morning, they were open. Whew. He checked photos from his phone, and they had changed. After a week of sleepless nights, he sold it online. The buyer later messaged him, "I love the painting, but the girl looks angry now. Is that normal?" I hope he never responded to that message. Oh, God help the people who bought it. Number 10, the clock that ticked from beyond. Okay, so in 1999, a couple bought a beautiful antique clock that supposedly hadn't worked in 50 years. They hung it in their hallway, and at exactly 3 a.m., it began working. It began ticking loudly. They removed the batteries. It kept going. They unplugged the house. It kept going. Finally, they took it back to the store. The clerk just said, "You're not the first to try." Oh my God. Stop selling the haunted clock. So the moral of the story, for most of us, thrifting is a fun hunt. For us, it is business and totally fun. Treasure dig through forgotten lives, finding stuff to resell, but every object has a story, and sometimes that story doesn't want to stay buried. The next time you're at the bins or that dusty corner thrift shop and something gives you a strange feeling, trust it, leave it alone, because a good deal is one thing, but some bargains come with baggage you can't return. Mwahaha. So if you like this video, comment below. I hope you did. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and happy autumn.